the iPhone 5S, it's the iPhone 6, and it's the iPhone SE. It's the iPhone 5S versus iPhone 6 versus SE gaming review coming up right now. Let's go. What is up, guys? Nick here from Everything Tech, and welcome to the iPhone 5S versus the iPhone 6 versus the iPhone SE gaming review. Now, they're still on 10.2.1. 10.3 is on beta 5 already. The 10.3 official should be not too far down the line here, and we will be updating all of these guys and doing reviews on all of them, so stay tuned for that. Now, we've seen gaming reviews before on the channel, but what's different about this one is we bring the A8 into the channel. The iPhone 6 and the A8 is now here, so now we're looking at phones right up the line. So we got A7 here, A8 chip, as well as A9. Now, I know a lot of people are just gonna say, well, it doesn't really matter about the processor for the iPhones in terms of their gaming, but I think there's something to do with it just a little bit. It's more graphics processing unit that matters here, and we're gonna go ahead and confirm that we are running iOS 10.2.1 on each device before we continue. So let's go there into the iPhone 5S, let's go there into the iPhone 6, and let's go here into the iPhone SE. Let me turn the brightness down just a little bit there on the iPhone 6. Over here on the iPhone 5S, if I go here into general, software update, you should see 10.2.1 done there. And I just do this every time because, I could be cheating and putting on 10.3, and I want you guys to know I'm honest here. 10.2.1 there for the iPhone 6. Coming over here on the SE, if I go into general software update, you can see iPhone SE right there. Software update 10.2.1 here. Now let's go into Lyrium info on all of these devices here, and let's confirm their GPUs. So on the 5S, we do have, if I go into this device, if I go in display, we do have the, what is this here? This looks like it's the Power VR G6430. Over here on the iPhone 6 here, if I go into display, I scroll down and I find the GPU. So let's find the GPU here. So PowerVR 6 G6450. So these guys actually have very close to the same GPU. Now over here on the iPhone SE, if I go into display and I scroll down and I find the GPU, you can see we do have an upgraded PowerVR 7600 GT. So this right here is a massive increase in terms of specifications there on the SE here. So let's begin this gaming test. I'm gonna close everything out and we're gonna begin this gaming test. Now don't mind, there's gonna be a little bit of rocking here. This table's a little bit loose here. So if you see a little bit of this action, just never mind that if you can. I would appreciate that. All right guys, so let's begin this test. You can see everything is closed out here on all devices. We're gonna start with bike race in 3, 2, and let's go. And let's see what happens here. iPhone SE jumps way ahead here. Let's hit a sub menu here now on all 3 devices. And you can see about the same there. Let's go into desert, about the same there. Look like the SE ahead. And let's just go here and just do them all here at the same time on the green check mark. Let's go. Now we are in the game, and you can see all of them loaded the game pretty much fine. We're gonna play it a little bit here on the SE, not an issue there. Over here on the iPhone 6, not an issue there as well. What about the 5S? A little bit slow there to jump off the, from the time I pressed it. So the 5S definitely the slower gamer here of these 3. Let's come home here, and let's go into the next application. So let's do Hill Climb 2 here on both devices, all 3 devices, and see what happens. So got a little pop-up there on the SE, but you can see the SE is already in the game ready to race, whereas we're still waiting here on both of these guys. So the iPhone 6 follows slightly behind, a little bit of a pop-up here on the iPhone 5S, and you can see going into the 5S. Let's just see how they all play now, this game here. Let me zoom out just a little bit there. So hit tap to continue, tap to continue. And you can see all can play this game just fine. So in terms of casual gaming, all of them play it just fine here. But we do have a couple of other games here when we get further down the list here. So let's get into the next one, which is going to be color. So you can see color does load first there on the iPhone SE, then the 6, then the 5S. So just as expected, each one loads like kind of like right up the line. So it's the iPhone SE first, then the 6, then the 5S. So let's go into play and let's see how it plays. So in terms of once you actually get in the game is going to be the exact same experience for casual games here on all 3 devices. Let me come back a little closer here now. And let's do the next game, which is going to be Crossy Road. So let's do Crossy Road now on all 3 devices. 3, 2, let's go. And you can see what happens here for the Crossy Roads. iPhone SE looking to be ahead, then the 6, and now the 5S. So you can see the SE is just a monster in gaming. You see how much difference that is? Now the 6 and then the 5S. So the 5S getting a little bit slow there in terms of gaming. So those 5S users out there, just know that if you're looking to upgrade your gaming performance, the 6 and up is a better device. So let's go into the Subway Surfers on all 3. See what happens here for all 3 devices. Once again, the monster over there on the right, the iPhone SE or the A9 CPU combined with its 7600 GPU. Man, those are massive gains in terms of performance here. You've seen how much ahead that was on the SE. And now the 5 and the 5S and the 6 are pretty close. You've seen that the 6S is about 20% quicker than the 5S, but I know a lot of people are going to be like, that's just milliseconds, that doesn't even matter. And it might not matter to you, but let's go ahead and get into Slither now on both devices, or all 3. Let's go into Slither. 3, 2, let's go. See which one gets there first. We know it's going to be the SE. It's the SE first again. But let's just see how these guys go. So you can see we're already playing. Looked like the 5S definitely was last there. You can see we're already about to start playing here. I don't know what happened there on the SE. Got a little bit of lag action there on the SE. But the SE did win this game hands down. That gaming test in Slither. Let's go into Ninja now on all 3 devices in 3, 2, let's go. Missed that one on the 5S. Let's just close out Ninja, do that one more time. Let's go to all these in 3, 2, let's go. See what happens here. It looks like the SEs. I mean, you guys could be playing your game already while your friends are waiting on the 6 or the 5S to load. 5S was way behind there. So let's go home here. And I know a lot of people, they get upset when I say it's way behind and they're like, you know, that was only milliseconds. What do you mean way behind? Well, I mean, you know, time is something you can't buy again in life. In 2 seconds, that keeps adding up. If you're a gamer, you play games every single day. Do you know how much that's going to shave off your life if you keep adding all these seconds up, second after second after second? You got minutes shaved off your life right there. So let's go into PVZ on all 3 devices. 3, 2, 1. And you can see the SE ahead. Now those boys about the same. So let's just put in whatever random age. I'm 30 plus. You can see we're about done loading. You can get into the game and start playing here. Let's just put anything here. You can start playing there on the iPhone SE. Wow. I can't say I'm shocked on the SE, but for all of you who doubt this phone, man, this phone's a little monster over here. And I bet you the SE users are over there like, yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, Nicky boy. I got the SE. Still waiting here on the 5S. They're about the same there on PVZ. So 5S and the 6, very close. There's just more smooth reactions there for the SE. Let's go into GTA San Andreas for all 3 devices. In 3, 2, let's go. See what happens here. Now, I do want to mention that the iPhone 6 tends to feel a little bit warmer than the SE as well as the 5S because it's a thinner device. So you can feel the heat dissipate from the device when gaming on the iPhone 6 more. So let's hit don't allow here. Let's hit resume and start game. Let's hit start game here. Start game on all 3. See what happens there. Missed that one on the 5S, so we're just gonna have to wait till we get into the gaming section to test the differences there because I missed that tap on the iPhone 5S. So you can see, wow, the 6 ahead of the SE there. Very strange because those were actually tapped at the same time. So let's try this one now. Now it could be fair. So I missed it on the SE, whatever. Let's just see how they play. Let's just see how the graphics are here in the actual gaming test here. So you can see, if I play the 5S, you can see pretty decent here. Not bad at all. You can still run around and play the game. No issues at all. I do think it's hard to see it on camera, but I do think that the graphics themselves, like the way the cars look and everything, they do improve on each phone. They do look a little bit better. It's a much more immersive experience here for the iPhone 6. But you've seen in terms of the load times, kind of missed that one on GTA, but you can see that all of them load the game fairly quickly here. GTA has a very well optimized game here. Now the SE looks pretty great on GTA. It looks, actually I think it looks quite a bit better than both those devices, to be honest with you. The cars look a little bit clearer. Everything just, the graphics just look a little better here on the iPhone SE than these two boys up here. But it's a very, very minor thing. You have to look very closely to see that, and you got to really be able to see. You have to have an eye for detail and graphics. So let's go into Jetpack Joyride. I'm gonna skip Moto Heroes. Let's go into Jetpack Joyride on both. 3, 2, go. So I miss it there on the iPhone. What was that? The 6? Let's do that one more time. Missing them today. Let's go into Jetpack. You can see right there. iPhone SE ahead. I don't know what's up with the 6. There goes the 6 there. Which one's gonna load first? Boom, SE is just waiting. 5S takes the 6. So this is pretty strange. So I think the conclusion of this video is pretty safe to say that, you know, the 5S and the 6 neck and neck. The SE well ahead. I mean, what would we expect? The A8 CPU doesn't really have much to do with it. It's more the GPU here in terms of the gaming. Go to dead trigger on all these devices in 3, 2, let's go and see what happens here. And the SE ahead there, slightly behind the iPhone 6, and then slightly behind of the iPhone 6 is the 5S. Let's hit play. And let's see which one loads the quickest here. Got a little notification up there. The 6 and the SE surprisingly close, but the 5S definitely behind. So I think this video is going to show that the 5S, while very close to the 6, is definitely behind the 6 here in all of these testings. Now in terms of multitasking, let's see how they hold the games. All hold them well. No reloads on that one. What about Jetpack Joyride? The iPhone 6 had a stutter there. Let's come home here. Now the iPhone SE is going to give you 2 gigs of RAM. You're only going to get 1 gig of RAM on the other two. So that could play into the gaming as well. Let's find Crossy Road here on the 6. I don't know what happened to Crossy Road. So the 6 looks to have closed out applications that I didn't even close out. Let's see what happens here. Okay, no it didn't. It just wasn't showing in that side view. So let's go into Crossy Road here. You can see all loaded it fine. So we're not gonna run all the multitaskings here. They all optimize for multitasking pretty well. The SE is the hands down winner of this test. The SE, if you guys want a budget device, you're getting the iPhone 5, forget about the 5S for just a second. This phone is cheaper than both of these phones by a good chunk. This phone's like $100 cheaper than both of these phones. So let's talk about these two a little bit closer here. The iPhone 6 is around the same price on a refurbished market. Like if you go to eBay, you go to swappa.com, you go to these websites where you can get used refurbished phones, these two are about the same price. And you're really choosing between screen or power. And I can tell you from using both, the SE is the much better phone between the 6 and the SE. You just gotta live without that screen size. This one has build quality issues, I feel. There's a gap between the display where the display meets the body here. You can feel it sometimes when you press the screen. It just doesn't feel super high quality, whereas this feels like a durable, strong, quick, small, classic smartphone. This iPhone 6 doesn't have that same 7000 series aluminum as the 6S. So honestly, I mean, this is just my experience, my own subjective take. I would skip the iPhone 6 altogether. If you got a 5S, jump straight to the SE. They're also rumored to be bringing a new SE with 128 gigabytes of storage. We have to see if that comes true. But that's pretty much gaming between the iPhone's 5S, A7, A8, and the iPhone 6 versus the SE and its A9. If you guys enjoyed this video, click the like button for me. Share any of your thoughts, experience, video suggestions, anything you want to see, and I will catch you all in the next one. Be sure to be well and peace.